Alright everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Brian O'Donnell here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be covering 5 tips to help you instantly gain more followers and more traction on Instagram. So whatever you're trying to do with your Instagram, whether you're trying to grow it for personal growth, just get more followers, get more business, all the different types of things you can be using it to grow for. If you implement each of these 5 tips, then you will get growth, like guaranteed, and you just have to be consistent with them. So stick around for the whole video. I'd say tip number 5 is probably the most helpful. Have to do that classic tip number 5 to watch the whole video, but it probably is the one I do most often to kind of help me keep engaged and keep growing. So with that all said, let's dive straight into tip number 1. So tip number 1 is content. This kind of speaks for itself. Obviously, if you don't have good content, people aren't going to want to see your work, they're not going to follow you, they're not going to engage with you, right? So you want to do high quality content, and I believe quality is better than quantity. So a lot of people will be like, go on a photo shoot, let's say, and have 5 good photos of the day, and they just ping them all up in 2-hour span of each other, and then you're just following the person, you're like, whoa, too much, you're getting oversaturated, and you're like, here, I don't need to see this much of pretty much the same picture. You can disperse them around, like post one up one week, post them up the next week, space them out, don't cram them all into one go, and focus on quality over quantity of content. Also, make sure you're consistent with your content. Choose your niche. So if you're a photographer, put up photography stuff. If you've got loads of pictures of like, I don't know, landscape, rivers, mountains, whatever, and then all of a sudden you put up a picture of you, like, I don't know, with your girlfriend or something, just chilling, and everyone's gonna be like, it's a bit out of place, it's not gonna go down very well. This is similar to everything. So if you're gonna follow someone, you follow someone because you know what to expect. You know when this person posts up, at least the people I have notifications on for, when they post, I know exactly what to expect. I go to it, I see that's class. Some pages I follow where everything's going really well, I really like all their work, and then all of a sudden they start posting all this random stuff that has nothing to do with the reason I follow them, so then obviously, sorry. Okay, tip number 2 is interact with your community. So the Instagram community especially is one of the best kind of founded social media communities. Like, everyone has an Instagram account. It's not like YouTube or TikTok where pretty much everyone sets up that little account to stalk on other people's profiles. Not even stalk, but just to follow kind of people who are creating. Instagram, like, everyone is pretty much posting, whether it's like private page to your own friends, everyone has a proper account. So the community that's built is real people and like genuine people, generally speaking. This is especially important when you have like really low followers. I don't know what really low is, but to me, like when I was starting out, before I got to my first 1,000, I was like working quite hard trying to interact, because it's so hard for you. You're not going to appear on hashtag pages, people aren't going to know your profile, you're not going to travel by word of mouth. You have to put in all that work yourself for you to grow. So if you want to grow, you need to go to other pages similar to yours. Don't go for big people, because the huge pages aren't going to notice you yet. Go for small people similar to yourself, starting out, interact with each other, support each other, and like kind of work through it. And kind of once you support each other, you kind of make online friends as well. You might meet up with them. I don't know, it's kind of nice to have that little community. Put up posts, put up stories, put up polls, questions, interact. If someone messages you, always message them back. That's what I go for anyway. Like, if anyone ever asks me about anything in private message, I respond to everyone. If any of you have ever messaged me, I'm sure I responded. Unless it's a general like, hey, can you follow me, or one of those. Also, on that topic, never ask someone to follow you. If someone does follow you, after you ask them to follow you, they're going to unfollow you, or they're not even going to support you because they're just following you because you asked and you're like follow for follow back. So don't do that follow for follow back thing. It looks tacky. You don't want to be that follow for follow back guy, and you won't get genuine followers, genuine supporters. Okay, tip number 3 is do your research before you start posting on Instagram. If you set up an Instagram business profile or creator's profile, which you can do in settings, easily change from personal to creator or business, you can tell exactly when your audience is most active. You can tell what time of day, you can tell how many of them are active at that time, you can tell what days of the week are most active. So do your research, know when is best to post, and post at those times. Okay, tip number 4, now this is a completely new one, but reels can be unreal to grow your page. I posted up my first reel, what was it, like 2 weeks ago or something, and that one didn't do fantastic, got like 11,000 views, which isn't small. I mean, compared to TikTok, it's like nothing. But reels are really good because Instagram used to make you pay to play, basically. Basically, they reduce your reach to your audience, so that means you pay money for ads, you can get more followers that way. But now the reels are in, you can make these videos and it'll promote it to people depending on how well it performs. So it'll show it to a small group of people. If they all like it, if they engage, if they comment, whatever, then they'll show it to more people, and more people depending on how many people like it. And on that point, I'll be making a separate video on how to make an engaging reel or engaging TikTok, at least what I do to try and make mine engaging. So I've had one or two, but I've had a few ones, to be fair, that have gone really well and loads of people have been very supportive of. Also, on reels, don't put up loads of reels unless they're really high quality. If you put up loads of low quality ones, you're like, they're grand, I'll shove them up, and then they don't do well because you're like, they're grand, they're not that good. and then you eventually get to the stage where you want to post up your big reel, you've been working on it for a while, it's going to be really cool, and then Instagram algorithm says this guy puts up or this girl puts up really poor reels, so we're not going to show this to many people straight away, you know? So quality over quantity. Finally, tip number 5, you can do this any time of the day. If you ever have a minute or two when you're just sitting around, you know, just texting, kind of, I don't know, doing your thing, watching TV, whatever you do. If you have a few minutes spare a day, try and like set a small time aside, maybe 5 minutes, maybe a minute, I don't know, a minute to 5 minutes, not very long, and just try and engage your community. Now, it's not like spam engagement, just basically enjoy Instagram, but if you like a post, make sure to leave a comment and make sure to let the person know you like them, as opposed to just what we usually do is just scroll through, maybe give it a like if it's really good, and then maybe not do much. Comments are such a great way to build community, and it lets artists know that you support them, that they might support you, you know, you'll get to know each other. The amount of people I've found just by either they've commented on mine and then be like, oh, I might check out this person's profile, and then I'm like, whoa, their stuff's class, and then we become Instagram friends, I suppose. Instagram friends is kind of weird term, but you kind of are friends with people on Instagram after a while. You get into a few group chats with people you've never met before and you feel like you are friends. So there are the 5 tips. I hope they were helpful. So tip 1, content. Tip 2, interact with your community. Tip 3, research, posting times, hashtags, all that sort of stuff. Tip 4, try and use Reels, because that seems like it could be an exciting way to grow as Instagram changes. And tip 5, if you have a minute or 5 minutes in the day, be consciously aware that it would be nice for other people if you engage with them, and that'll make good connections with your community. It's just if you put yourself out there, they're going to discover your profile, and then you're going to be like, this guy's got class content, this girl's got class content, I'm going to follow. So it's just a way to get yourself out there. You know, if you're seen by more eyes, obviously you're going to be followed by more people. So that's my top 5 tips to grow on Instagram. I'm sure you can use this on other social medias. I'll probably make one on TikTok, because a lot of people have trouble starting out on TikTok, and you know how to work it and what best to do. But until then, hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did learn anything. Let me know if you have any other social media questions or anything you'd like me to cover, and yeah, just make sure you tap subscribe before you leave, and I'll catch you in the next video.